Hey up everyone, it's Planty. Just taking a little bit of time on my own, sorry, John's predisposed, to let you know that we have launched our Patreon. If you want to give us some money for this, then you can do. We've got one tier, so we're keeping it simple, we're keeping it straightforward. Our tier is called Give Us a Quid, and exactly that. For £1 per month plus VAT, you will get to join our Patreon. More stuff to be added, but right now, what we want to give you is a shout out. So we want to shout out either you, your mum, your pet, your product, your podcast, your art page, your YouTube channel, whatever you've got, all right, at the end of every episode. And we'll even come up with an insult as well, if you want, possibly even if you don't want, but that's up to you. It's up to me. Brilliant. That's not all, right? Each month you're going to get the chance to vote in an exclusive poll where one episode each month will be Patreon's choice. So it's a chance to make us really sorry that we took your money. That's it. That's the tier. Nothing else until we can come up with something to help separate you from your money even further. So ultimately, here's a quid, and we'll give you a shout out every single episode. That's 25p a shout out, not bad. And we'll also give you a vote on the subject film for one episode per month. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit about some people that have already joined Patreon. 4 reasons, and they are as early adopters. You will have missed the chance by the time you listen to this, but as early adopters, they're actually getting to pick a second episode, a poll which is live now. In fact, by the time this comes out, will no longer be live, so you'll have missed the chance to do so. But get yourself registered, and there'll be a poll coming out in the next week or so. But I just want to shout out these lovely people that have already signed up to the Patreon. So grateful. First of all, and our first ever patron, Phil Fairish, all-round good egg, talented artist, regular listener, although I think he might be about 10 episodes behind. Come on, Phil, chop chop. And a really good drinking buddy. So, great. Shame I've stopped drinking. Gavin from the Be There with Belson podcast. He's a nurse. He's handsome. And he's a host of Be There with Belson podcast. He's got it all. Ladies, what are you waiting for? This is not an advert for dating him, but maybe it is. Who knows? I really should have done more thinking about this. Josh Wilson, you know him, nice guy, American. The things aren't mutually exclusive. Runs a great podcast with his beautiful wife Amanda about family. It's about marriage, and it kind of works a little bit like couples therapy. Very uplifting, very, very personable podcast every Monday. A lot of fun. Regular listener Gavin McGill, he's raising money at the moment for Strathcarron Hospice by doing a 25-mile kilt walk in Dundee, so probably will also get mugged. You can donate through the link in his Twitter, which is at FFCGav, so FFC as in Falkirk Football Club, and Gav, G-A-V, or on his Instagram, which is Gavin McGill, MAGILL 1876. Gavin McGill 1876. Really good thing for a great charity, getting his walking shoes on. Ian Graham, Cult Connections podcast, and sometime of this parish. You know him. He wants me to say, and I quote, "Fuck the dirty mags and their blood money." Proud Hartlepool fan, of course, Ian, as we all know. Sunderland. Right, okay. 3 big ones here. We've got Stig. He's a posh Yorkshireman, like that sketch, you know, the luxury. He's like them. Gadget, he's a DM for hire. If you want someone to teach you D&D, he's the guy. He's been doing it with me and a few other guys recently. Great stuff. It's going to be hitting the feed shortly. And Biggie, professional southerner, gamer, pretend scouser, like me, man close to my heart because he's shit at impressions as well. But they're all from the brilliant Modern Escapism podcast. It delves into films, delves into TV, games, and a different subject every week for you to get involved in, as well as a D&D playthrough that they do on a separate feed called Do Dragons Dream of Scorched Sheep? So if you want to hear a bit of, it's the funniest D&D podcast I think I've listened to, and I've listened to a lot of shit. Next up, Mono and Kira from Mono Rants the Boys podcast, another overseas listener. In-depth giggling, groaning, dissecting what I think is probably the best original on Amazon at the moment, and I'm sure they'll agree. When they're in off-season, they do films. So they'll be talking about the kind of films that you've only seen put on at a party. So you've generally passed out partway through, I think. And finally, not least of all, of course, Rachel Plant, because she pays enough, she has to live with me. But she's given me a quid as well, so that's quite nice. So, if you want to be a Patreon, it's going to cost you a quid. Give us a quid. What is it to you? We'll give you a vote every month. This month's voting, so that as you listen to this will be for the July episode, is going to be films about film. So we're going to throw up 4, 6, maybe 8 options. Give it a vote. If you're a Patreon, through our Patreon page, you'll get an email with an update and let us know. Please do follow us at patreon.com/100thingsfilm. That's the numbers 100 things film. Everyone that's donated so far, cheers guys, really appreciate it. We're well on our way to making £10. See ya.